Hey viewers, Hexcraft here. Before we get started, a few things. Yes, you are not mistaken if you saw a previous Jax video, and this one is again another Jax video. But the thing is, someone pointed out that there was actually clipping in the video. It wasn't there when I first looked at it. Over some research and looking into it, it turns out something was wrong with the audio files, that every time I rendered the video, it sort of broke the audio file. So I have to re-record the audio, basically make the video from scratch again. So I decided just to redo it. As I said there before, I will not be covering the Prestige or PAX variants of Jax. Those will be for Mythic videos. Jax abilities are pretty much the same in a lot of animation and such, so I'll be mostly judging based off the skins themselves, but I will point out if there's anything interesting about the animations here or there. And honestly, that's really it. So let's get into it. Starting off, base skin gets a 5, but I will say I do like this new Jax look. It kind of looks like a mix between the Legends of Runeterra card art we have of him and his original old skin. And honestly, yeah, it's a pretty nice one. I really do love the staff most of all. The lantern is beautiful. I love the fact that it does look like it's a weapon still, but again, it's also the functioning medieval kind of lantern. And the spell effects, again, are a lot more visually appealing. Overall, good base skin. Personally, I'm not a fan of the hockey skin, but I will say it looks so much better than it used to. The old Mighty Jax was kind of meh, and the only thing I'd say really that is kind of disappointing with this skin is that, again, it's the base effects. However, that's not too bad. The only one that I really think they could have improved on is if they, say, made the fire for his W a bluer color or something else. Overall, though, it's a good simple skin. It gets a 6. Now, Vandal is heavily improved from what it used to be. Before, it just felt like a recolor of Jack with a stick and a nail in it. Now, it does look like a biker punk Vandal. The weapon, again, it's just great. I do love the engine on it, and the fact that, again, the fire of its basic animations really fits it well. And one of the little details I do love is that he does have the purple-esque scarf ascot look on him, which really points back to his basic purple outfit. It's kind of a nice little detail, and again, it's a great skin. I gotta give it a 7. Honestly, I really love this skin. I'm so glad they brought the wild look into normal League. The outfit looks great, the pole looks fantastic, and I do love how they recolored the effects to be the jade green. All this nice little details and great look, and on top of that, it's a cheap skin. So I would say it's decently worth its price and has some good look to it, so I have to give it an 8. Before I talk about the skin, I want to say that kudos to Riot for making the voice line for the skin an actual Jax voice line and improving it. But besides that, this skin is great. It just looks like an upgraded version of the previous look it had. From the grayer metals to golden, he's more buff and looks more interesting. The effects are, again, recolors, but again, looks great. W does have a bit of a difference, I'd say, to it, effects-wise. And my only issue, really, is the fact that it's a trident, because we have trident gladiators from, say, Zhao. But overall, it's an amazing skin, and again, it's a decent-priced one, too. So yeah, I, again, have to give this an 8. I'm kind of disappointed in this one. Yes, it looks okay. The weapon is decent, even though I think I like the solid look of the original weapon, but its colors feel too bright and colorful compared to what could have been darker blues. I wish it had inky effects in its abilities, unlike just the normal base ones. Yes, cheaper than some of its other skins, but it just feels more like a what if Jax was Ionian. All in all, though, it's not a bad skin, I just wish it could have been better, and I gotta give it a 6. These 975 skins are really good. The visual effects are just gorgeous. The model looks great. The weapon looks fantastic. I love the lightning effect of his W. From the splash art, I believe this was representing like what if Jax was sort of corrupt by the void or served it, but all in all, it's an amazing skin. I think it looks fantastic, and again, it's cheaply priced. So I gotta give it an 8. After looking at it real quick, I noticed that this is just the same model it used to be design-wise, just stretched to fit the new model. It's okay, but it's just Jax wearing T1 merch and the weapon is the trophy. Overall, the one detail I am glad they did was they didn't change the weapon. They kept the old trophy instead of making it the new trophy design. which I really do love. But all in all, again, it's pretty bland, and it has just basic spell effects. I am glad it didn't choke us with the usual here is T1's effect logo and all his abilities, but then again, there really wasn't much to put anywhere. I gotta get this a 6. When I first saw this skin, I actually thought that it was a Mordekaiser skin I accidentally opened up on, because it really does look like a Demacian version of Mordekaiser, which, to be fair, that is sort of what the Warden skins are. However, that's not a bad thing. It looks great. I love the look of the armored clad paladin looking warrior, and again, the weapon looks decent and well. Overall, it's an amazing and great design, and again, it's cheap. And as I've always stated, yes, it is the same spell effects as base Jax. However, the colors and effects really do fit the skin well, so I gotta give it a 7 at least. Now I hate this. I don't like the skin, but I hate this fact that it's good. And the reason I hate it is because I hate mecha skins. As a known fact amongst all these videos, I hate mecha skins. However, Mecha Kingdoms Jax is really good. Yes, it's just what it used to look like, more or less. Sort of stretched to fit the new model design and have effects, which I'm pretty sure again are the same effects. But that's not a bad thing because these effects were great. I love the building energy up for his stun before slamming it down. I love how he jets himself up in an explosion, causing a massive crater to land down and make a smaller crater. I do love, again, they really use the crater effect in the skin a lot. And it's a really good skin. It's not shoving the usual octagons in your face like all other mecha skins have done. And overall, they really do use that jetpack to give a good visual of his leap. I hate to say this, but I think this skin is a 9. It is a great skin and is probably the best mecha they have. This skin is kind of disappointing in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, it's a decent skin, but effects-wise, it could have been so much better, I feel like. The spin is okay, the slam is alright, but again, visually-wise, it's kind of meh. The model looks good and the weapon looks grand, but it could have been so much better, and we know this because during the recall, you actually see him sprout multiple arms. Imagine those appeared during his spin or when he used his ult ability, giving it more of a cool, interesting effect, but no, it's pretty basic actually, and I don't think it's really worth its price tag. It's okay to get in a box, but I don't think it's worth the price tag, and I gotta give it a 7, just because of the model alone. I don't understand the skin whatsoever. I don't know why they decided to make it purple and green, even though black and red was the go-to colors. And honestly, the skin doesn't even look that good, actually. I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at, really. The weapon is okay, but meh at the same time, and the only real good thing I could say with the skin is that the visual effects are interesting, with a little bit of warping look to them. But all in all, I gotta give this a 6. I said this in the Vex video, but this is one of the only entrance skins that I think are good, being the fact that 4 of them are just the same character with slightly different body types. The look of this character is just great in this skin. The hat is amazing, the cape is fantastic, the weapon is grand, it just looks good, and the visual effects also really look great with the neon fired explosions. My only small personal issue is the fact that I wish there was a bit more darker spots in the outfit, of just the pure black, not covered in the neon fire. However, it's not a downside at all. It looks gorgeous, and I gotta give it an 8. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry again that this is a re-upload, but I had to fix it. Hopefully, we can get some spooky skins this season. But unfortunately, Riot is also releasing skins for champions I've already covered, so there's gonna be a recap video this month. Sorry. But as I always say, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and comment down below if you'd like to see something else. Follow and share if you will, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.